Cael, into the new year, what have you seen from your team from the scuffle and then over the weekend against Michigan State?
I think the team is gaining momentum. You know, just they like to compete, and I think they love March. And as the closer we get, and the bigger the duel, and the scuffle was a big tournament for us. Wrestling at home is always big. You just kind of see them getting sharper and sharper, and that's exciting for us.
Talk about the James English and James Vollrath who've stepped into the lineup and some of the things they've done well for you.
Well, they've both done exceptional jobs. I don't think that's a huge surprise, because they have a history of success. But they did great going into the scuffle. We needed them to score some points and to do what they do, and they did. So we're real happy with them. I think Vollrath's really been coming along. I mean, he's been pushing himself and really has been getting better, and you can see that in his matches. He's taken what he's done up a notch, with setups and setting up his just setting up what he's doing and using 2 and 3 things to get what he wants, and I think that comes down to just wanting it. And English has always been motivated. He's just been held back a little bit throughout his career with injuries, but very tough kid, and he's very good at what he does. And when he can wrestle the match the way he wants to, he's going to have great success, and that's what we're seeing.
What does that say about the team's depth when you have guys that can step in and score points when you need them to?
Well, I think those are two the two weights where we have probably the most depth, where we would feel comfortable wrestling either one of those guys in getting into March and wrestling the Big Ten and the national championships. They both have the potential to be All-Americans and have beaten All-Americans throughout their career. So that's what we would like at every weight. It's not easier said than done, and with the limitations and different things you have. But we're very tough in those middle weights, and Vollrath and English and Fisher and the guys that have been in there pushing, and for those spots, they have a lot to be excited about, and they're a big part of. Last year I think we were third at 57, first at 65, first at 74, second at 84. At 49 first, and that's because of that attitude that they bring in there. Now they're getting their chance, to step in there and compete, and they're enjoying it and doing great.
From year 1 to year 2, it certainly looks like Nico Magaloudis has taken a big step forward. Not necessarily in results, just the way he looks on the mat. What's been the biggest difference for him from year 1 to year 2?
Well, I think experience is big, but he knows what he wants. He has a very clear purpose, and he did last year. Even if things weren't going as ideal or as he expected them to, he never really got down on himself. I mean, he hates losing. He hates things not going his way, and he would be very upset for a short amount of time, but he never let it bother him, and he kept plugging away and believing that he was going to win, and ultimately that's what he did. So he's an extremely mentally tough kid. He likes to compete, and he's just focused. He's the guy, just try to stay out of his way. He's really he knows what he wants to do, and when you're that competitive, you're going to find a way to make progress, and you're going to find a way to improve all aspects of your game. But I'm excited for him in the remainder of the year and what he's capable of accomplishing.
What can you say about John Gingrich and what he's done here recently?
Well, John's had two huge wins, I would say, in Rec Hall, the last 2 matches, beating I don't know what they're ranked now, but at the time the kid was ranked 8th from Indiana, and now Michigan State was ranked 4th, and he's not ranked 4th anymore, I'm sure. But those are some big wins, and something that needs to just fuel his confidence and his fire, because nothing motivates you more than success. So, but he's I think he's very deliberate in what he's doing, and he's just we were just going to keep pushing him to build off of that. I mean, he's got great abilities. He's a very strong, extremely strong actually, and he's got good penetration and good penetration step where you could see where he ran a big long double leg there, and that's if a kid can penetrate and cover ground like that and move his feet, he's going to be hard to beat if he chooses to be. So I'm excited for John, and just he's getting a taste of what he's capable of, and that's exciting.
You have Wisconsin and Purdue this weekend. What are your thoughts on those two duels?
Well, we're excited. We just like to compete. Friday night with Wisconsin, I think we got a blue out, which that should be fun. But we expect the atmosphere to be similar, if not better, than what it was against Indiana. And Wisconsin's, they're a tough team. Wisconsin people in general are tough, and Midwestern wrestling, they're tough. So we need to be ready, and they've got some good individuals, and we want to be stingy and selfish and just take every point we can get. And on the road to Purdue, I think this is our first time doing Purdue since I've been at Penn State as a head coach. So that'll be fun. We were there obviously for the Big Ten championship last year, but anytime we compete, our guys, we want them competing against themselves, not necessarily their opponents. Just focus on being the best they can be. And our scouting report is wrestle where you want to wrestle. If it's not your position, get out of there. If it's not your tie-up, get out of there, wrestle where you want to wrestle, be strong, and that's the best scouting report there is. So, I'm just excited, just like everyone else, just to see these guys go.
Coach, best of luck.
Okay, thanks.